proudly brought to you by Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
If you're in the Minot area and looking for a rental, start here. I just moved and had no idea where to begin, but then I found Creative Property Management. They've got the most listings in town: apartments, townhomes, even single-family homes. They made it easy, helped me find a place that felt like home, and their 24/7 maintenance means no stress. Whether you're new to the area or just ready for a change, book a tour with CPM today.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
It's Sentinels and Majets, Part 2 of the 2025 WDA volleyball season. And the visiting Minot North Sentinels, clad in pink today, would love nothing more than to take a win back from their crosstown rivals on their home floor at Magic City Campus Gymnasium, just as Minot High did early in September. We start with the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, as always, on the PSP Network. I'm Owen Patterson on the call. Tonight's match between Minot High and Minot North, very impactful one for Minot High, a team in the top 3 in the West Region standings right now, looking to just play the part of a consistent team in the second half of the season, beat the teams you're ranked ahead of, and hopefully pull off an upset by season's end over either a Bismarck High or a Century to grab one of those top 2 seeds in the West Region tournament in Mandan by season's end. For Minot North, they're in a comfortable position right now of hosting a play-in game, but they have 3 weeks ahead of them to maybe even earn a bye. The Sentinels will need to go on a huge second-half run as they did a year ago. And what game really sparked that second-half run for the Sentinels in 2024? Well, it was their come-from-behind 5-set win over Minot High. Could we see the same today at Magic City Campus Gymnasium? We will sure find out in the coming hours. First, we set up today's matchup by looking at the West Region standings. They're brought to you by Trusted Tire and Auto. Century, #1 overall in the state. We say it every night. They haven't lost yet. 17-0 overall, 11-0 in league play. They will, of course, continue their second half of the season tonight in West Region play, but also for many of these teams in the West Region, they will go to Fargo. Plenty of matches out east at the Metro Tournament, the annual event held this weekend, Friday and Saturday. And Century, it would be, again, a very impressive feat if they keep that undefeated record alive, but they look every bit the part of the #1 team in the state. Bismarck High and Minot High in a tie for second at the moment. The Demons have the head-to-head lead over Minot with that win that was here at Magic City Campus Gymnasium earlier in the season. Again, they will meet up very shortly in the second half. Jamestown, Legacy, Dickinson, the ever-changing middle 3 right there, 4 through 6. The Blue Jays have the edge at the moment, but Legacy was Minot High's last loss. So the Sabres on the comeback climb already. Dickinson and Minot North had Tuesday off. They'll meet up later on in the year. Mandan, St. Mary's, and Williston round out the WDA's 10 teams this year. Overall, things haven't really changed very much from night to night. Just those tiebreakers getting very interesting, especially in Minot High's case with the Bismarck Demons. Plenty more to come in our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We'll look at the keys to the game, players to watch, and get you to first serve. We're just getting started tonight in Minot, a 16th Street showdown. Once again, Minot North and Minot High on the PSP Network.
At GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready? Ready.
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut!
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
At the same time, or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There are some things in life we can't control, but what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts.
Jerome's.
It's the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft.
With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's going to go. So.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved.
Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
We were in Des Lacs on Tuesday night. We had a pink out, but it's double the pink tonight in this crosstown rivalry between Minot High and Minot North. Second time they've done this where, well, both teams are going to be wearing pink tonight. So I'll do my best to tell you, at least with volleyball, they can just tell you which sides of the court they're on, and it wouldn't be like a basketball game. Both wearing pink up and down the court, but that's the matchup tonight. Minot North and Minot High on the PSP Network. Let's continue our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Remember, they are the home to the 15-minute stay-in-your car drive-through oil change. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. Also find out what they do online at VIOC.com. With 25 years of the Ladines taking care of people, they make local actually matter. Jumping in now to our Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game today. Using the big words tonight, continuity for the Minot North Sentinels. They just need to find that similarities match to match, just string matches together that kind of have the same feel right now for Minot North. Maybe a little lacking in one department or another has led to a couple of wins that have gotten away as of late. We looked at the standings the earlier segment, currently in the bottom four, a team that, look at the preseason, maybe factored to be top half of the league, but there's still a second half to go and a match tonight to get right against Minot High and establish that sustained success, especially when you talk about the players individually working together on the court. Francis, the center, to that front row trio they have in Minot North, just keeping it consistent night in and night out for the Sentinels. Big to find today. For Minot High, putting in the hard work. It is a grueling WDA schedule. We say it for every sport, every year. That's because it is. 2 matches every night that are, 2 matches every week, or any night, it could be anybody's night. And for Minot High, a lot of big wins already this year, but you look at their last time out against the Legacy Sabres, a loss against a team that they played tough early in the season. It was going to be another tough out against the Sabres earlier this week. And Minot High ended up on the losing end of it, this time against Legacy at home. So it's just that, again, like Minot North, find the consistency and put in the hard work every single night, and eventually you're going to be rewarded by the time that WDA tournament rolls around. Keys to the game brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. They've been trusted for over 25 years in this area. You can call Dylan today or shop online at northern-plains.com. A new batch of the Division AA rankings came out on Tuesday afternoon. This is the first time we've seen the AA here on the PSP Network, and none of these Minot teams featured in the top 5, or I guess you could call them top 6 now, according to the media, with a tie there for the 5th spot. But don't get it wrong, Minot High is a team that has been lurking around the rankings. They've never gotten any votes this year, but they've been very close. It's just been that one loss to BHS, and especially this week, that one loss to Legacy that have kind of thrown things off and kept them outside the rankings. But in all honesty, what do they matter here in the first couple weeks of October? Century is number 1. They've held that position since the start. 4 East teams behind them: West Fargo, Fargo Davies, Cheyenne, and Horace, and Bismarck hanging on there with the Hawks in a tie for 5th. Identical records as well. The Demons seem to be a pretty solid team out of the West, helping out to equal the representation at least a little bit in the the AA Media Pool 3rd edition. Those are brought to you by Sport Clips. Check it online with the hairstyles today at sportclips.com or use the app. We have a lot more to get to, as always, on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timeout number 2, and when we come back, we'll talk about the individuals that will play a big part in tonight's match between the Sentinels and Majets. It's WDA Volleyball on the PSP Network.
learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
That your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Relax, spas, etc., Bismarck's #1 hot tub and sauna dealer brings luxury and wellness straight to your home. Discover top brands, Sundance hot tubs, and Michael Phelps swim spas that deliver not just relaxation, but real therapeutic benefits. Right now, save up to $5,000 or enjoy up to 72 months interest-free financing. Visit us today at 1420 East Main Avenue in Bismarck and experience the best deals for yourself.
Approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
As expected, a full capacity crowd on hand tonight at Magic City Campus Gymnasium for another edition of Minot High and Minot North on the PSP Network. We begin with the Val Williamson Oil Change pregame show. The Magets and the Sentinels have already matched up plenty of times in their very short history as West Region varsity volleyball rivals. Twice in the regular season last year, it was split 1-1. That crazy second match between North and Minot High, where the Jets went up 2-0. Felt like Minot North probably could just play for the next match and pack it up. And they did the opposite. The Sentinels came back and won the next 3 sets, winning in dramatic fashion at home over Minot High. But the Magets have had the Sentinels' number in the last 2 meetings between the pair, and one of them was in this very gym in the West Region quarterfinals last fall, a sweep for Minot High. Really ran away with it in the 3rd set. And then earlier this year, over at Sentinel Gymnasium, Minot North took the 1st set from Minot High, but it was the Magets rebounding very nicely, winning in 4 against the Sentinels. So that all sets the stage for matchup number 5 all time between Minot High and Minot North tonight. As for some of the individuals that will be playing a part in tonight's match, big parts as well, these are Planet Pizza players to watch. Planet Pizza, located in Minot, has the best pizza on the planet. They've been around for over 25 years and have the largest laser tag playground in the region, a giant lunch buffet, and they deliver. Call now at 701-852-1700 to place an order and sit back, relax, and watch some high school volleyball on the PSP Network. We'll start with the Minot High Majets today. Obviously, a lot of the attention goes to their leader, the center, Mackenzie Duffner, but how about the emergence kind of offensively as well for Eve Knutson as of late? The last time we were here, I believe it was the Legacy match, it might have been, where he said the block needs to be there, and for Knutson, it was. 23 blocks already on this season, by far leading the way in that category with 2 blocks per night, but also the 58 kills have been a little part of her game in the past, but obviously with Minot High kind of puts so much on film, kind of wearing out those outside hitters, which include Kinsley Gilmore, Everett DeShaw, and Brooke Bedell at this point. 3 players all with 100-plus kills. Knutson continues to just be kind of that kind of hidden player in the middle of the court for Duffner to go to. But obviously her position, main position of middle blocker, has been elevated as well in the past couple of weeks with over 20 blocks this season. For the Minot North Sentinels, again, the attention goes to their center as well, and for good reason. Bryn Francis, the junior, she has over 300 assists this year and 32 per match. But again, it's their middle blocker and middle hitter, I guess, officially in the roster. Avon Kelly, the all-region selection from a year ago, who has been very solid in her senior campaign, over 100 kills on the 2025 season, and she is the only Sentinel with 100 kills this year. And for Minot North, it's been a little bit hit or miss with a lot of the younger players that make up their hitting unit, from the likes of Ellie Laskowski, who's just shy of 100 this year. McKinley Craig, she is a senior outside hitter, but getting a lot more reps this season than she was last year. So Kelly heavily relied upon in the attacking game for Minot North, and for good reason. Not to mention, you look at defensively for Knutson, the stats are great. For Kelly, 26 blocks as well. So a real two-way player there for Minot North out of the middle. So expect an attacking game with good setters, and that should allow for plenty of highlights tonight between Minot North and Minot High. Well, here's a look at our schedule this week on the PSP Network, kind of in the middle portion of it. Getting to look pretty much the same every week. 5 volleyball matches before we get to 5 football games on Friday night. Today on the PSP Network in Bismarck, Legacy takes on Bismarck High. Tell you what, if the Sabres want to keep rolling, keep moving towards maybe a top 3 seed in the West, a win tonight at the Carl Guard would go a big way for Legacy there. Meanwhile, BHS looks to hold on to that number 5 ranking in the state and number 2 position in the Western Dakota Association. Meanwhile, in Class B volleyball, how about this matchup at District 6? Our Redeemers Christian School in a 3-way tie for first place tonight with Surrey and Glenburn. As their season starts to come to a close, they will host an upset-minded Berthold Bomber squad in the Castle. Can't miss it. I know that match is already underway on the PSP Network. And then tomorrow, 5 football games, just our routine numbers, you know, on the PSP Network. Legacy at Bismarck football version. Minot at Century. Both of those get started 6 p.m. The Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. And then at 6:30, St. Mary's at Dickinson. Sorry, that's 7:30 Central, 6:30 Mountain. St. Mary's at Dickinson. Bishop Ryan at Velvet Drake Animus Garrison for the Wooden Penny tomorrow night. And the Star City and Devils Lake and Minot North are calling it the West Region Championship of AA football as well. A lot to get to tomorrow, but still a lot to get to tonight, including first serve of our starting lineups delivered by the UPS store next after our third and final pregame timeout on the PSP Network.
To introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Brand new to the PSP network in the last week or so, the co-sponsor, BNC Sports Bring the Noise Award, celebrating the best student sections that we go and visit pretty much 3 days a week now on the PSP network. 2 for volleyball, 1 for football, and if you're a member of the student section, if you've seen a good one that's very loud, why don't you go and tag at Network PSP on Instagram and Facebook with your section. It's time for the national anthem here in Minot. Well, another reminder, this has been the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show on the PSP network. Home of the 15-minute stay in your car oil change. 25 years of the Lundins taking care of people. They make local actually matter. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. You know what, I'm due for an oil change. Might go tomorrow afternoon before heading down to Bismarck. Class, oil change, road trip, broadcast, and the oil change will be the easiest part of my day tomorrow, thanks to Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We're meeting the starting lineups here in the Magic City Campus Gymnasium for Minot North and Minot High. Now you're getting why it's going to be a little confusing tonight, both of them wearing pink. Starting lineups are delivered by the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot inside the Marketplace Foods Plaza. For your packing and shipping needs, it's the UPS store. And Monday and Friday from 8:30 to 7 and on Saturday from 8:30 to 3, they are open. Our starters tonight for the Minot High Magents, their senior middle blocker, number 3, Eve Knutson. Sophomore outside hitter, number 11, Everett Deshaw. Junior outside hitter, number 13, Kinsley Gilmore. Senior defensive specialist, number 14, Camden Vardy. The senior center, number 33, Mackenzie Duffner, in that starting lineup as well. For the Minot North Sentinels, led by Kerry Francis, second-year head coach, a team that is 7-9 overall at this point, 3-7 in the West, and just 1-4 away from home, but not too much of a road trip tonight, just down the street at Minot High. They will put on the court to begin their senior middle hitter, number 8, Avon Kelly, senior libero, who has played excellent as of late for Minot North, number 10, Kate Weishar, the junior center, number 13, Bryn Francis, sophomore outside hitter, number 17, Ellie Laskowski, and senior outside hitter number 15, McKinley Craig. By the way, Minot High led by our fourth-year head coach Jesse Gertson, a record of 10-7 overall, 8-3 in the league. and just 2-3 at home. They've played some pretty stiff competition in this building as of late, but a 2-3 record at home, something you'd like to see 500 or better for most coaches in your home gym, but a chance to get to that mark tonight against Minot North. Tell you what, it's rowdy here. The Minot High student section has showed up. Minot North brought a giant contingent to the gymnasium tonight. They probably outnumbered Minot High students today. There's a horse here as well for the Sentinels crowd. And we are about set for what should be a thrilling night of volleyball. There's the horse, top right corner. Minot High in the dark pink on the left side of your screen. Minot North in the fluorescent pink on the right. The great thing they do, really combining one special night together. These two schools did it a year ago up at Sentinel Gymnasium, and the favor is returned tonight at Magic City campus. And all the right personnel on the court. Hadley Fall, another entry to the starting lineup for Minot High. First serve will come from Minot North's libero Kate Weishar. Just mentioned her, 164 digs this year and 9 aces. Right to left on your screen. We are underway with WDA Volleyball on the PSP Network. Long serve received pass into the net, but Duffner still gets a set up to Hadley Fall. And now the first chance for the Sentinels. It'll be a back row attack and sailing out of bounds off the hand of Ellie Laskowski. Starts out 1-0 Minot on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. They go to one of their top servers, Mackenzie Duffner, the University of North Dakota volleyball commit for next year. Francis will set up Kelly in the middle. We've got a net violation against Minot High that will give the point to North. Still think you give the credit on the kill there to Avon. As we mentioned, our players to watch. A lot of what Minot North is going to do runs out of the middle. 1-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Duffner sets up a left-handed attack from Everett Deshaw. One of the very few she's going to get with the left hand this year. Count it and put it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. The off-handed attack here from Deshaw, fading away from the net. Still gets it to fall. Long set. The near side goes to Addie Harper, the sophomore. An increased amount of playing time since early in the season. Huge swing there from Brooke Bedell. Goes off the block out of bounds, and the Majettes have a lead of 2 points with Kinsley Gilmore at the service line. Back set over to Kelly. Good block there for Minot High. Gives time for Vardy to go get that pass up. Deshaw down the line. Attack is dug by Weishar. Free ball for Minot High. Vardy to Duffner. Back row attack from Gilmore flies in. Dug in the corner by the Sentinels. And just not what they were looking for there. Another free ball to the Majettes. This time they go Bedell through the block. But dug in the back row by Laskowski. Here's Kelly out of the middle. Good rally here, and just point number 5. Playing it out of bounds was Harper. A third free ball for Minot. They make this one count. Set up to Deshaw. What a save there in the middle by Fall, and then just a dump over the net. Had to pull something sneaky, and Bryn Francis ends the point for Minot North. Saw the tail end of it right there on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. North 3 times there. Didn't really get a good attack set up, especially that one in the middle where it just got stuck in the back row, but able to escape. And they will let Aniston Perrin serve now. Down 2-3. Duffner, long run to get the set. Goes to Bedell, out of bounds. We are tied at 3 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Your life's busy, that's why they'll make managing your money easy with locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. Find BNC Bank online at bnc.bank. Overpass on the serve received from Vardy. Sentinels will turn it into points thanks to Ellie Laskowski. Laskowski, the 5'10 sophomore, Started out in the back row. Well, that's the play on the outside here, and as our replay shows, kill number 1. Weishar able to dive and keep that one off the ground. Now Bedell swings away, still high, out of bounds, and the Sentinels have rattled off 4 straight points here to take a 5-3 lead in set 1. Remains Perrin at the service line, line it up right in the middle of the court. High arcing serve goes again to Vardy. Duffner dumps it there, but a good save by Perrin. Keep the point alive. Here goes Bedell again. Blocks it up by the Sentinels. Again, they go to Bedell. Again, it's out of bounds. Asking for a touch, and they're going to get it. So not all of those could have gone that high, and you see maybe a hand move, and it's tough from that far away. Maybe a hand movement there from the Minot North block. So the run of points for Minot North will end at 4. And Jayla Hansen, the senior defensive specialist, comes in to serve and is 1 for 1 at the line. A service ace. Now 8 of those on the season for Hansen. Francis goes up to Kelly, and eventually that ball will fall. Minot North kind of lunging to get that dig initially, sent a wild pass away and couldn't recover. Credit on the attack to Avon Kelly. Sentinels stay ahead. It's 6-5 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Pass that goes backwards from Vardy. Gilmore. Long play ahead to Bedell. Free ball for the Sentinels. Francis runs in, sets up Laskowski. Near side dug by Duffner, and nobody was there. And it's the setter who gets that first touch. Always a chance at a miscommunication there, or maybe somebody just didn't fill in there. Kind of that secondary setter, which is Vardy in this Minot High set. That's out of bounds off of Deshaun. Another attacking error on the Majets. And Minot North is just fine with that. Long serve, though, out of bounds. Kaylin McKechnie with the service error for the Sentinels. Nonetheless, another run for Minot North on the scoreboard. They lead 8-6. This will be Deshaw at the line for Minot. Laskowski, there's a nice one-handed dig from Vardy, and an accurate pass too. Leads to a kill for Brooke Bedell. Got another one for the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. A little defense here. One-handed dig from Vardy. Senior libero. Chance to tie for the Majets. Francis tight to the net, sets up Laskowski. This one's gonna sail into the lights. Still down for the Majets, and they get it across. Back row set to Gilmore. Right in the middle of the floor and out of bounds. Off the Sentinels' touch. We are even at 8. That light's still shaking up there. Another one for Laskowski. Off the tape and the block. Still lands inbounds. Sentinels move back ahead, 9-8. Well, we expect a back and forth game today. Despite these teams kind of having opposite records, you really never know what you're going to get in this rivalry matchup. So new. And a serve for Bryn Francis. So what the stat line would suggest that she can kind of do it all on the volleyball court. Team high, 13 aces. Motionless serve across the net. The ball didn't even spin. And it was touched there by Weishar for the Sentinels, reaching above her head. Pick up that attack from Deshaw. Goes out of bounds. And Minot High will serve down 9-10. Serve goes off the top of the net. Still playable for the Sentinels. Standing shot Go to the Magets and Gilmore trying to end it. Overpass, hammers another one. Francis is there again. Weishar now up to the near side of McKinley Craig. There's Knutson, the tip over the block. Read by Minot North. Laskowski flies in. We play on. It looked like the Magets had somehow gotten that ball across, but a lift is called. I believe it was on that second touch. There's the first. I'm going to guess they called that one on Vardy, as Knutson just kind of punched the ball over the net. So a lift call when Minot High nearly had kind of a magical play there to get the ball across. The Sentinels, instead, it's Minot North point. Saw Coach Gertson on your screen just a moment ago. Team just keeping the ball in play. That's it in this first set. Well, there's a good example. Eve Knutson, as ideal as an attack gets, spikes it right into the middle of the Minot North defense, and nobody is there. Set up for Craig on the run. It's kind of the Minot North specialty, as we've seen throughout these 2 years of varsity volleyball. Just kind of get those hitters in motion, that running start. They might be coming around the volleyball, and Craig did it there. Running towards her right side and came right back across the net for a Sentinel point. Back row to Shaw, and that's a double hit against Weishar. Didn't get a great first touch on it. And now we're just trading points here in the middle of set one. Side out by a side out. Sentinels ahead 12-11. Those will be the difference. Making plays in a match as tightly contested as this one will be. A second service error against Minot High, and that one came from Duffner. Not to mention they had that kind of 0 for 4 stretch on attack early in this one. There's Hadley fall. And we're still going 1 point at a time. 13-12, Sentinels in front. Gilmore stands in that far corner of the court. Serves one away. Block or not, that landed on the Minot North side. Maybe went into the net, but they gave the credit to fall on the block, so we will as well. Tied at 13. Francis sets up Harper. Gilmore tumbling with the dig. Francis goes way back to Craig and to make a long run for it. Ball still alive. Craig now will set up Harper. Great hit, but it's dug by Gilmore. Right place. Third try for Harper. This one's blocked. Going out of bounds, and the Sentinels eventually will run out of room. Minot High has the lead back. And a First International Bank and Trust timeout is used by the Minot North Sentinels and head coach Kerry Francis. Well, we sent in our keys to the game. It takes some hard work tonight for Minot High. They've needed that just to get the lead back in set one, 14-13.
This page is in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
It's been a strong first set for Minot North. Obviously still some things to correct. Coach Francis and those messages to her team during that First International Bank and Trust timeout as the Sentinels go behind 13-14. I think they've had the lead, or it's been tied since it was 4-3. That's how long the Sentinels have kind of controlled this first set, but the Jets definitely putting together a comeback right in the very middle. Gilmore remains at the service line for them, up 14-13. Francis up to Kelly. Again, that block there for Minot High. That's been prevalent lately. Dell. Nice dig from Laskowski. It will avoid all the rafters and lights, but Harper can avoid running out of room there into the net. Point Minot. Timeouts on the PSP Network are brought to you by First International Bank and Trust, a full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built to the bond between their employees and customers. Find them online at FIBT.com. Another one high in the air. Free ball, Jets up by 2. Duffner sets up to Shaw, off the block, out of bounds. Another point for Minot High. Let's watch this one again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Duffner's not all that close to Deshaw, but still gets that set. No look, too. On target. That's out of bounds, and the Sentinels, even with this timeout in the middle, unable to stop the bleeding right now. Minot High has gone on a run of 6. Gilmore serving the whole way, and she'll get an ace off the basketball hoop. 18-13 Minot. We got another timeout on the floor. Minot High sprinting ahead, 18-13. Not how you start, it's how you finish. Set 1, and we got the finish next on the PSP Network.
Rental start here. I just moved and had no idea where to begin, but then I found Creative Property Management. They've got the most listings in town, apartments, townhomes, even single-family homes. They made it easy, helped me find a place that felt like home, and their 24/7 maintenance means no stress. Whether you're new to the area or just ready for a change, book a tour with CPM today.
Today's broadcast of high school volleyball on the PSP Network is brought to you by Minot State University. More than 96% of recent Minot State grads employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. Be seen, be heard by you at MSU. That's Minot State University. 18-13 here in set 1. And as of late, it has been all Minot. 7 points in a row. That's in, and an ace for Gilmore. Let's see if we can see it. Those yellow lines seem to blend in a little bit, but I think this one was clear and obvious. (19-13) Jets. Oh, that one drops, and the Sentinels crumbling a little bit in the end of this first set, and substitution needs to be used for the Sentinels right now. Bring McKinley Craig back in. They had sophomore Leanne Sim acting as that kind of backup setter to Francis. Now Francis goes back to the normal setting role. Addie Harper swings away, no touch, out of bounds. And it's 10 straight for Minot High. Francis this time will go to Kelly. Block goes out of bounds, and they end the streak. And how about the Jets right there? Oh, I think they gave the point to the wrong. I think it should be 21-14 right now. There we go. On BNC National Bank scoreboard. DeShaw, another one in, right on the line. 22-14 this first set, nearing the very end. Credit to the Jets on that run. They were battling Minot North. A couple attacking errors, service errors, and all of a sudden those things got cleaned up. Minot North started making the errors in this first set. And how the tables have turned. There's a service error though. Hansen, who does have an ace already today, misfires there. It's still a 7-point margin. McKechnie serving for Minot North. And she's just sophomore as well. Laskowski gets the kill for the Sentinels. Sometimes you gotta remember, this is only year 2 as a varsity program for Minot North. Obviously, much bigger senior class this year than last. Still a very young team. Oh, that one went off kind of the chin of Vardy as it went over the net. And we've got a back row violation there. They were over the line of the net. So point back to the Sentinels, 17-22. Back not out of the picture right now for North. That ball is going to sail out of bounds. Would have been free anyway for North. Instead, they'll take the point off that long pass across the net from Gilmore. 18-22. And an ace for McKechnie. Comeback is becoming really real right now, and a First International Bank and Trust timeout is used for Minot High. We'll step aside one more time in set one. 22-19 Majets. Looking to get to set two. Hurry.
Made Dakota Square Arco their favorite convenience store. It could be the quality of the Arco fuel, the great selection of snacks, drinks, and convenience items, the amazing touchless car wash, including their monthly car wash club, the clean restrooms, or the free air. Most of all, it's the warm, friendly customer service. See for yourself at Dakota Square Arco, 1520 24th Avenue Southwest in Minot.
Well, they've cranked up the tunes here at Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Louder than they've been in a long time. When you crank up the excitement for a pink night of volleyball between Minot High and Minot North. And this first set, it has been a lot of highs and lows for both teams, and really hard to tell where we're at right now. Minot High just went on a 10-0 run to take a 21-13 lead, but as you can see, Minot North has won 6 of the last 7 points. Shaw attacking here into the net. And McKechnie will continue serving for Minot North. Down by 2. A set they led for the most part. High set up to Bedell. At the dig are the Sentinels and Craig. Laskowski with the swing, dug by Gilmore. Bedell a second time. Block is there for the Sentinels. This ball still in play though. Free ball for North. McKechnie's going to step in front. Francis sets up Laskowski, tips it over the block. Duffner can't quite get to it. 21-22. What a return to form for Minot North at the very end of this first set. And an opportunity to tie it. Duffner goes right up to Gilmore, out of the back row, wide and out of bounds. It was at most 2 points between Minot High and Minot North for the majority of this first set, and then we have seen 2 giant runs, one for either team. Knutson trying to end it. Does, thanks to a net violation against the Sentinels. And the Jets maintain the lead. Deshaw will be at the service line for the Majets. 14 aces on the year, nearly best on the team, only behind Duffner by 1. The dump there from Mackenzie Duffner, and the Serve Pro set point goes on the board. 24/7 emergency service and training technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Just 2 set points though for Minot High. No ace. What a save by the Sentinels there, but Knutson's going to swing away. Another dig. Laskowski on the near side, through the block. Vardy, the pass to Bedell, sets one up for Gilmore. Another out of order there for the Majets. Francis now in the middle, block is sent away by the Majets. Still going. Pass under the net from Gilmore there. And there's just 1 set point remaining in the opening game. It's all about just getting the serve across the net right now for Bryn Francis. Give the Sentinels a chance later on. Raises the net right there. Duffner will try and dump again. Laskowski all over it. Back set. Over to Craig. Out. No touch. Point Minot High and set Minot High. Well, that was thrilling. And only the start of our WDA volleyball match tonight. 25-23 is how it goes. Majets take set 1.
Work is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready?
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
This broadcast of high school volleyball on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by BSN. They create exclusive, personalized solutions for North Dakota high school and collegiate programs, from custom equipment, uniforms, and coaches apparel to fanwear, branding, and more. They do it all. Contact your local BSN sales pro today in Western North Dakota. No halftime in volleyball, so we got to get this one out of the way in between set 1 and set 2. Moonlight Home Improvement, your home renovation specialist in the Magic City. If you've been putting off the basement, kitchen, bathroom, or any interior renovation, now is the time to book your free estimate with MHI. Mention PSP Network. Get up to 10% off in your project invoice. Call Drew now at 701-721-4612 or at moonlighthomeimprovement.com. Tell you what, between set 2 and set 3, I guess you could call that halftime, we're going to be chucking the Ducks, and so will we up here from the broadcast booth. We're thinking that just because we're high above everybody else, there's more direct shot right at the center of the Magician logo at center court, but time will tell if Duck number 30 is going to win tonight for the raffle at Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Set 1 was pretty good. Minot High wins 25-23. The Sentinels from the point of 4-3 to about 11-12, I think. They had the lead or it was tied. And then Minot High went on a run of 10 consecutive points. Made it 21-13 in their favor. Only for Minot North to tie it at 22. Minot North will score 11 of the next 12. But the Majets finished off set 1 victorious, 25-23. So return for the second set. Duffner awaits the volleyball to serve. Start with the second. Got the crowd involved as they constantly are tonight. I don't think there's been a problem with that. A lot of cameras at the gym tonight. It's a big one between Minot High and Minot North in set 2. Let's start with a short set right across the net. Somehow the Jets got that one across. The shot to Gilmore. Play continues. Gilmore throws that one out of bounds. For 1-0 Sentinels. Well, for Minot North, their key to the game today was just establish that continuity, that same product each and every night. And I think you saw in set 1 kind of a little microscopic look at what their season has been like. That violation against Minot High, 2-0 North. It's been some ups, some downs in between, and in that first set, that was exactly what it was. hang around, take a lead, and then give it all away before having a rebound, just falling short. Good block there from Craig, but the Majettes will keep playing. Tip it over the block this time. It's Gilmore with the point for the Majettes. Trail 1-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Bedell from the far side. Blocked. Combination there of Craig and Evelyn Jessen. Jessen, the sophomore, playing in the middle for Minot North. Second year on the varsity roster for her, despite just being a sophomore. The shot tips us all the way to the corner. Weishauer got a hand on it. Laskowski seemed to be tracking that one down, but the deflection threw her off, and Minot is down 2-3. Ball may have been traveling out of bounds on the serve from Hansen. See it again here. Laskowski hands up to go get it, and that one launched it further out of bounds. Even at 3 we are. Standing shot for the Sentinels. And Craig. And the Jets go to DeShaw. The block was up, but hit the antenna. Minot goes ahead for the first time in set 2. Serve to the opposite corner. Ends up with a free ball for the Majettes. Knutson first touch. Duffner then sets up Bedell. Knutson reaching across legally to get Minot North out of their rhythm. Reach over, just can't touch the net, and Knutson avoided it. Francis DeKelly. Quick shot over to Duffner. Counts as a kill. Remember, elsewhere tonight on the PSP Network, big time WDA volleyball matchup, like this one isn't, between Legacy and Bismarck High. Sabres have upset on their mind again. They did have a win over BHS earlier in the year at home. Playing in the Carl Guard tonight. Never a fun place to play as a visitor. Francis across the court. Addie Harper, they've been waiting to get her going tonight. Just hasn't got a ball on the floor. And there's Kelly, dug again by Gilmore. And the kill to end it for Brooke Bedell. Oh, Gilmore has been stepping up the play a lot this season, and that back row defensively. Probably diving for a volleyball on most points. There gets a hand on it, and it hardly goes anywhere. Leads to a good shot there from DeShaw. Overpass, jousting for it. And the net violation will go against the Sentinels. Bedell went up there to hit the pass across the net. Oh, sorry, the net violation was against Bedell. Duffner with one hand right across. Sentinels weren't expecting it. You see it probably 2 or 3 times a night from Mackenzie Duffner. Always seems to work. Overpass on serve receive. Knutson from the middle is blocked. I think it went out of bounds though. It did. Off of no Minot high touch, and they lead 8-5. One of their largest leads of the match. Besides that long run they had, of course, going up by 8 in set 1. Again with one hand, Duffner is going to win the point. This time it was maybe more of a kind of out of options, close to the net, just to reach over and still get enough on that ball to send it to the middle of the court. Weishar reached out, couldn't find it. There's a service error against Bedell and Minot High. Replay tonight brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. For 50 years, Ryan has been a trusted name for car buyers in western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory online at driveryan.com or their locations in Minot and Williston. Of Williston on the PSP network soon as they come to Minot. Service error given right back to Minot High.
Weishar's backhand for North. Hadley Fall checks in for Minot High. Camden Barbie serving.
Here's Laskowski. Block set up by the Majettes. And Jessen couldn't keep it in the air. So be Vardy at the service line for Minot High, leading 11-6. Kept in bounds. Good ball here for the Majettes. Gilmore hammers it. Been a while since I saw her get a kill. A lot of digs. And this kill, which will end up on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay, will lead us to a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor.
Relax, Spas Etc., Bismarck's #1 hot tub and sauna dealer, brings luxury and wellness straight to your home. Discover top brands, Sundance hot tubs and Michael Phelps swim spas that deliver not just relaxation, but real therapeutic benefits. Right now, save up to $5,000 or enjoy up to 72 months interest-free financing. Visit us today at 1420 East Main Avenue in Bismarck and experience the best deals for yourself.
Sentinels trailing by 6 in set 2, about the halfway point of it. And Minot High just kind of having their way at this point. We saw early it was kind of Minot High's struggles that kept Minot North in the match, but obviously the Sentinels, to make that first set close in the end, did pick up the play, and now to start set 2 just a little bit off again as the Jets stretch to a 6-point lead at the moment. Action has resumed. Laskowski will tip the ball over the net for a point. Bring up the spirits of the Sentinel side.
Brandon Francis serving for North.
Gilmore, the block, or sorry, the kill to go into the timeout. Goes right through the block there. Maybe to give it the ball again, they sure do. A little bit of a hitch in it that time. And go out of bounds, point for North. Francis serves for the Sentinels, a short one. Dug by Lawson for Minot High. It's Kara Lawson, senior defensive specialist. Jessen off the block there on the attack for North. Francis this time will go to Laskowski near side. Gilmore keeps it playable for the Majettes. Instead, it'll end up with a free ball. Block was up. Couldn't get it back across the net. Gilmore and Fall combined on it, but point for the Sentinels. Fall out of the middle. Weishar again, kind of just to protect right there. 2 hands in front of the face, lifted it up and out of bounds into the Minot North student section that has showed up in large numbers tonight. Already bump set to Gilmore, up and over the block. Dug though by Craig. This set goes to Laskowski. And that is out of bounds. Maybe Minot North, a couple of them were asking for a possible violation. The Jets could have ended up under the net. Instead, point for Minot, 14-9 is the lead. Set to Craig. On block from DeShaw and fall. Here they go again. And right out of bounds. Well, for Minot North, this is a big stretch of the season. You get to the second half, probably a little bit tired already. None of these teams really dealing with too much of the injury bug at all, which is a great thing. Duffner up to Gilmore. Wild volleyball there. Francis trying her best to get that one up. We've got time to talk a little bit about what's upcoming for these two teams as the Sentinels take their second and final First International Bank and Trust timeout of set 2, trailing 16-9. I mean, Minot North, they're in the middle of taking on every bit of the top 6 in the West region right now. They played Legacy last week, losing in 4 sets to the Sabres. Of course, Minot High tonight ranked 3rd in the West. And then on Tuesday at home, they'll take on Bismarck High. You can catch that match on the PSP Network. We'll go live at about 6:30 p.m. The Demons look to be a strong team in the West region. Of course, they get a test tonight against Legacy. Then they go on the road. Playing Jamestown anyway is tough to do. To go all the way out there on I believe it is a Thursday night. Actually, no. That one's going to be a Tuesday probably against Jamestown on the 21st of October. They got a few days off until then. But they'll take on the Blue Jays. And then you go at home against Century later on in the week. So, I mean, this is a grueling part of the schedule for Minot North as it puts a lot of these teams up to the test. It also gives you the opportunity to climb the standings pretty quickly. If you can knock off a couple of these teams rather than just taking down the teams you quote-unquote should, ranked a little bit lower than you in the West region. Back to the volleyball out of the timeout, and it's a kill for Gilmore. Just kind of flips it to the corner. Not a throw, really. Duffner at the service line for the Midgets of 17-9. Lawson in the back row gets a pass to Duffner, sets up to Shaw, punched in the air by Craig. And ball sent nicely across the net to the Midgets. Fall with the kill. Hadley Fall on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Meanwhile, for Minot High, their upcoming schedule, they'll host Williston on Tuesday. You can catch that match on the PSP Network. And then go on the road to Bismarck. Kind of a revenge game for them. Drop their home opener to the Demons in September. And then home against St. Mary's. So a part of the schedule where Minot High, if they can take care of business, they'll be set up for that stretch at the end of the year playing teams like Jamestown and Century. Kill for DeShaw, long range. Kind of left ground from out of bounds. 1 foot in, and then to the opposite corner. Sentinels didn't have it covered. A 10-point lead for the Midgets in set 2. All able to be found by Duffner. Just get it across. Francis up to Craig. Block out of bounds. Point for the Sentinels, but it's a pretty big deficit right now. One that they have shown they can overcome earlier, though. Out of the middle, it's Evelyn Jessen. Ryan Family Dealerships replay for North. Jessen has been a big help on the block for the Sentinels tonight. It's an attacking point. Set up to DeShaw, and it will fall. There's a whole 3 touches right there for the Sentinels. Off the shin of Jessen in the end. Gilmore had the effort there. Off a pancake. Ball Ball just died a little bit. A wild pass from Vardy. A service ace there for Weishar. One libero attacking another. Gets instruction from Coach Francis where this serve is going to go. Same spot. This time Gilmore takes it. Bedell flies in, got hung up on the block, still playable. Craig, oh, that half swing, gets to go where she wants. And the Sentinels have cut it to just a 6-point difference. That'll be another ace. Going after Vardy, but Weishar. 2 aces on this run of points for the Sentinels. Pass connects to Duffner. And Deshaw the point. Oh, the Jets got it figured out there. Vardy, the clean pass to Duffner, the setup to Deshaw. The first ball off the serve. Mine High is going to win the point and keep the Sentinels far, far away. Deshaw's blocked and it lands in. Out with the solo there for Addie Harper. Said her name a lot, but I think that was just the first point that she's going to get for her Minot North team. The sophomore outside hitter. Just 4 blocks in the year coming in, but a huge help right now in the second set. High set up to Bedell. Makes it work. Right down the line into the corner. Point the Jets. 22-16 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Set up to Kelly. A bit quiet lately. Obviously getting the right rotation though. And it's just out. Minot High asking for maybe in, maybe a touch, anything. Can you help us, please? That is just out of bounds and a point for the Sentinels. Let's see what we got on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Bird's eye view isn't always the best for those kind of calls. Knutson is blocked. There goes Gilmore off the back row, around the block of Kelly, and it works as a kill. Minot High just a few steps away from a 2-0 lead in the match. Overpass to Gilmore. She's calling for it to get it back, but Duffner decides to just put the ball right over the net. This time Gilmore will get it. Off the block and out of bounds. Kelly and Francis were up there for the Sentinels. Hit Gilmore's hand over the net now. McKechnie serve for North. Down by 5. It was her at the service line that got Minot North right back into set 1. Gilmore will find the open area of the floor. It was actually kicked in the air by Laskowski, so the Sentinels had a chance. But it will fall, and a Serve Pro set point is on the board. 24/7 emergency service and training technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Vardy to serve up 24-18. Francis to Laskowski. Dug by the Jets. Flying in was Craig from the back row. Then dug by Lawson. Set goes back to Deshaw. It's in. And set 2 is history. 25-18. Minot High wins it. They'll go for the sweep next on the PSP Network.
is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day. This week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Minot State University. Congratulations to this week's nominees on Big Time Games. The votes are in, and this week's Player Performance of the Week belongs to
and that'll be caught.
Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. And watch for next week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Minot State University. PSP Network, it's game day.
The Aggie Foundation is a 501c3. Our mission is to really help out the communities that allow us in for charitable gaming.
We are so thankful for Aggie Foundation for giving us the $2,500.
I can't thank the Aggie Foundation enough for what they've done.
Aggie Foundation has been just a great partner for our community.
Some of these programs wouldn't be able to continue on without funding from programs like this.
We're always looking for new partners, new communities to be in. If we can make an impact in that community, we will.
As a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
Bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Well, after hyping up the Chuckaduck all game long. There we go. After hyping up the Chuckaduck all game long, I'm really disappointed in the performance. I'm not one to make excuses, but you're going to see it again. I did hit the wall, kind of ran out of room here. Let's try and watch that one again. I don't know. I guess we're not going to see it again, and that's to the benefit of me, not anybody else. We did not see the Chuck-a-Duck toss today, which did not become the winner. Set 3 from Minot High, 2-0 lead for the Majettes. Duffner goes up to Gilmore and into the corner. Wow, Minot High has just found every open place of the court to go since set 2 began. And when they ran away really with that second set. 25-18 was the final, but the Jets had the lead the whole way. Serve receive pass going out of bounds, but Sentinels will save it. Duffner sets up to Shaw, right back down. Put it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. And Ryan Dealerships, the commitment and respect for their customers is as strong today as it was 50 years ago. Experience the difference when you visit one of their 5 locations in Minot or Williston. Across the court, serve will end up in an ace for Mackenzie Duffner. Went after McKinley Craig there, standing in the far corner from our broadcast booth. Is 3-0 Majettes to open up the third set. Going after a sweep today. Would be their 3rd sweep of the Sentinels in the first 5 matches between them all time. It's to Shaw again, through the block and out of bounds. Point Minot. One of those things where it's only a few points into a set, but you feel like the Sentinels, especially down 2-0, if this third set doesn't go kind of perfect for them, it could be a long one as the Majettes continue to build up momentum. Play ball off the block. Sent across the net by Luskowski. Duffner will set up fall again. Pancake block there, or pancake dig by Francis. Ball still in play. Deshaw on the attack. Hesitates, gets that one across. In comes Craig. A long rally here on point 5. Free one for the Majettes. Vardy. Duffner sets up Gilmore on the far side off the tape. Still going for the Sentinels. I actually got the line judge saying a out of bounds call. I don't think we got this early enough. Line judge was kind of motioning. There was a touch out of bounds earlier on. Yeah, we didn't get any part of that. Not exactly sure on which part of the point. I think it was when Gilmore was, well, they gave the point to North. You're right. And called touch against Minot North and going out of bounds. I don't know if it maybe is just off the antenna. Coach Gertson saying, well, where do they earn that point if we're just going to play on? So point for the Sentinels. Francis goes up to Harper. Blocked by Gilmore. Got to get back up again, because she's getting a set from Duffner. Right to the net on the swing from Kelly. 5-1 Majettes. Today's broadcast on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by the Aggie Foundation. Learn more about their charitable work at aggiefoundation.com. You just heard about the new winner in between sets. Good block there from Kelly. Also want to thank Farsted Oil. Contact Farsted Oil today to find out how their skilled sales team can help you achieve your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricants, and DEF needs. Proudly serving North Dakota, Montana, and western Minnesota since 1938 and committed to outstanding customer service and reliability. It's Farsted Oil. That ball will not get across. Giving the point to Minot North. Now this was a 4-0 start for the Majettes. Down to just 2-point lead. Overpass on the kill from Deshaw. Hey, it's going to work as a point for Aniston Perrin. Something to smile about a little bit for the Sentinels. Deshaw, the attack. Perrin goes across the net, and hey, Duffner couldn't keep it up. Definitely not expecting that ball. As much heat as it did. That one goes for Bedell, and points back to the Majettes, 6-4. Following the final point, we'll have the planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show, speak with our Sport Clips MVP, and name the Magic City Home Leisure move of the match. Hansen keep that one up. Instead it goes out of bounds. Sentinels will go deeper into the bench here on this sub. Bring in the junior Cambry Burkhardt. She'll do the serving right away. Just missing the volleyball. Burkhardt, the new varsity call-up for Minot North since last time I did a game of theirs way back at the beginning of the season. Block was up but out of bounds, went the ball. And now Kelly will return for Burkhardt. And Weishar, the libero, re-enters as well. 7-5 Minot High, third set on the PSP Network and DNC National Bank scoreboard. Service ace for Everett Deshaw. It's been a much improved part of the game just in between the match. It started out as a struggle a little bit for Minot High, keeping serves in between the lines, but this could be back-to-back aces, and it is. That one's traveling out of the gym. Back-to-back for Deshaw, and the Minot Majettes have a 9-5 lead. 3 in a row. They saw an impressive run of serves into lax on Tuesday night. Can Everett Deshaw best the 3 aces in a row? We'll find out after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Rental start here. I just moved and had no idea where to begin, but then I found Creative Property Management. They've got the most listings in town, apartments, townhomes, even single-family homes. They made it easy, helped me find a place that felt like home, and their 24/7 maintenance means no stress. Whether you're new to the area or just ready for a change, book a tour with CPM today.
High school volleyball on the PSP Network is made possible by our sponsors. Bones Barbecue Sauce, a true North Dakota original. Find it today at your local grocery store, Catchwise, Marketplace, and Family Fare. Remember, for these teams, the season will, this week of volleyball matches will continue over the weekend, starting tomorrow at the Fargo Metro Tournament. 4 aces in a row for Everett Deshaw. Touch there by Aniston Perrin. 11-5 Majettes, all thanks to number 11. No ace this time. 4's enough. No kill there either for Bedell. We'll play on. Laskowski standing. Hits it across the net to the Majettes. Back row, Deshaw. Bump set to Gilmore. Sliding save there by Laskowski for the Sentinels. Gilmore again for the back row. Francis to Jessen, didn't get all of it. And the run will continue for Minot High. Speaking of that Metro tournament, Minot North will match up with Davies, Kindred, and Williston in pool play. And Duffner brings out that kind of hook shot. Kareem. As seen again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Off the tape. Sentinels do get it across. Set up to Bedell, blocked. Vardy keeps it alive, maybe off the antenna, out of bounds. And that was 6 in a row there for Minot High. Meanwhile, the Majettes, they'll match up in pool play with West Fargo, Shanley, and St. Mary's. Of course, that's just the beginning. And you have your gold division, silver division, a bunch of brackets on Saturday. Knudsen with the kill off the touch from the Sentinels. And the Majettes more than doubling up the Sentinels right now in set 3, up 14-6. Well, it looked like the up official had said that Vardy got underneath that volleyball, but then the down official overrules, says that one hit the court. So point for North. I believe the kill there goes to Ellie Laskowski. She'll hand the ball off to McKechnie for the serve. And Metro tournament, obviously the Bismarck tournament that starts this season and the Metro tournament results might look a bit different. I think we've learned some much different things about teams between the two. That set's going to go over the net. A point for North. It does go out of bounds. A risky one there. Duffner tells the bench, hey, I don't need to talk about that one. But that could have landed in for a point. This is a better set for Knudsen, and it counts as an assist. Tell you what, Mackenzie Duffner piled up the assist against Minot North earlier in the regular season at 46 in that 4-set match. Unless this one goes 4, might have a tough time reaching that. Looks for another one with Gilmore. Instead, that one's in the net. Point Minot North, and they trail 9-15. Ball swings and misses. Into the 4th set at R. Redeemers Christian School on the PSP network. Knights taking on Berthold, but I think that one has gone final already, and it does. 3-1 in favor of ORCS. Deshaw with a kill from the middle of the court. And the point's going back to the Majettes right now.
Duffner back to serve for the Majettes.
I'll look at the Ryan Family Dealerships replay tonight. Duffner up to Gilmore off the block. Good save by Fall. Lends out a helping hand. Up and out of bounds. There was touch. Down official made the call. Harper and everybody in the lighter shade of pink was confident. Sure enough, Harper's going to get the kill. Duffner will go to Gilmore on the near side, a rarity. And it's a kill. Usually we see number 13 go on attack from that on the left side of Minot's point of view. Instead was on the near side of the net and still gets yet another attacking point. And the ace to follow. (18-11). And before we get any farther into this 3rd set, a timeout is called by Minot North. Brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. This is WDA Volleyball on the PSP Network.
8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day. so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads post-game show is on the way following our final point tonight between Minot High and Minot North. 18-11, the Jets lead in set 3. Minot High also up 2 sets to none. BNC National Bank scoreboard, back-to-back aces for Kinsley Gilmore with the serving game. It has gone polar opposite direction since set 1, once Minot High kind of got that part of their game figured out. There's been 6 aces in this set alone for Minot High, contributing to a third of their points. Duffner was there, recognizing what Francis was trying to do. So it's Kelly with the set over to Harper. And now Kelly swings away and counted through the block for a Minot North point. Checking our BNC National Bank out-of-town scoreboard. Set 3 between Legacy and BHS. Each team has taken 1 set there, and they're even at 18 in the third. So, as expected, Legacy and Bismarck High will be going neck and neck for a spot at the second place in the West region at the end of the night. Kill for Bedell, celebrating as that ball is still in the air. Went off of Perrin's arm and over to the banners on the wall. Now, if Legacy does win that match against Bismarck High, Minot will go back up to second place. They still have a 1-game lead over the Sabres. Laskowski moves in front of Weishar, as it would expect to do. Hitter gets the ball there. And Laskowski again, more routine. Knutson sets up Bedell, straight up in the air. Long set, Laskowski, third attack at the point. Long run for Kelly to get that. Stays in play. On the move again, Avon Kelly off the solo block from Knutson. Duffner sets up to Shaw. That'll be Doug. Laskowski tips it over the net, ends the point. And Duffner is down. Seems though that might just be maybe a jammed finger. That's it for Duffner right now, kind of holding that left thumb. Seems to be doing fine. I can imagine it's a pretty common thing in the sport of volleyball. As they wait for Duffner to get treated. And we'll run through that West Region standings again. Minot High and Bismarck are currently tied for second, but the Demons have the head-to-head advantage over the Jets. So if Legacy beats BHS tonight, and Minot, of course, finishes this one off, you can see Minot alone in second, but still got to play BHS on the 21st of October. Shots to the crowd here at Minot High. They've been, now Minot's going to take a timeout, so they can hopefully get Duffner back into this. Might even be a cut or something on that right hand, I guess. We'll step aside on the PSP Network. 2013, third set winding down.
Your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
The timeout about to conclude for Minot High. Still Mackenzie Duffner getting some tape on that right hand. And I think Minot High is finally just going to go, okay, well, we'll find a second setter. Duffner, of course, is their go-to. They don't really have a second option either. And track down who the new center is. It'll be Kaya Bergrud, the sophomore, first action. And it's like that, Duffner is all good to go, but let's give Bergrud some reps. Got to be ready. Here we go. Bergrud sets up Bedell. 1 for 1. Hugs all around. Can't take her out now. DeShaw serves for Minot. Skowski on the attack. Count it for the Sentinels. And now a few more bench players come in for Minot High. Leighton Johnson. Played sparingly throughout the season. Has been on the varsity roster for the most part. As for Bergrud, he's on the JV. Johnson gets the ball there, but a tough ball to play anyway. That was fading away out of bounds. The ball was stuck in the back row, so point for the Sentinels. The Jets don't have too deep of a bench, at least in the matter of players you don't usually get to see. Bedell swinging away, that one's high out of bounds. So really Bergrud and Johnson, the only two that are gonna get hidden down there. Morgan Lashovsky, sophomore middle blocker, is also one that is there. Duffner's back. Short serve there from Francis. Likely intentional. Gets Minot High out of their rhythm and point back to the Sentinels. So Minot High 4 points to get. Minot North 4 points down in the third set, trying to avoid a sweep against their rivals. Not only the sweep today, but the season sweep. That one low and into the net from Francis. Of course, a chance they meet up again in the West Region tournament as they did last year in this very building. Quarterfinals they played each other. Format looks a little bit different now with the fewer teams in the West Region. Service error against Bedell. This year with 10 teams, 7 through 10, it will have the play-in game instead of 5 through 12 like it was last year. Top 6 at the end of the regular season will receive byes to the quarterfinals. Minot North right now sets up to host the number 10 seed, but currently in a tussle with Mandan for that 7th or 8th seed. To that corner, Lawson will play it, maybe on the yellow. Gilmore's blocked. Lawson everywhere on the floor, gets the dig. Knutson throws it to the sideline, playable for the Sentinels. Free ball for the Jets. Lawson passes to Duffner. Sets up Gilmore, far side, just tips it over the block for a point. And the Jets start to close the curtains on today's show. A 23-18 lead in set 3 over Minot North. Lift.
Kelly back in for Minot North. Kate Weichard serving.
Lawson making more plays. There's Harper, the block from Fall and Duffner. Now on the other side, Fall slides. That's another block. Harper will tip it away from the block this time. The shot from the back row, maybe the most powerful attack of the night. Puts Serve Pro match point on the board. Another bullet from Everett to Shaw. Serve pro match point, 24-7 Mercy service. 24-19, Minot High with a bit of a comfortable lead. Francis up to Kelly, and we won't go home yet. Tip kill for Avon Kelly. Sentinels have 20 in this third set. It'll be Craig to serve. High student section voices their opinion on today's match, but they are indeed wrong. This is not over yet. Attacking error against the Majets. Tight one against the net. Kelly's going to interfere. Maybe tries again. Now Fall throws it to the side, and that will work. And that play was a little bit stuck for Minot High, but Fall comes in and ends today's match. 25-21 the final in set 3. We'll come back with the Planning Team Financial Advisors. Shots Crossroads postgame show on the PSP Network.
Is proudly brought to you by social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
If you're in the Minot area and looking for a rental, start here. I just moved and had no idea where to begin, but then I found Creative Property Management. They've got the most listings in town: apartments, townhomes, even single-family homes. They made it easy, helped me find a place that felt like home, and their 24/7 maintenance means no stress. Whether you're new to the area or just ready for a change, book a tour with CPM today.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Welcome into the Planning Team Financial Advisors. Shots Crossroads post-game show. A 3-set sweep for the Minot High Majets over the Minot North Sentinels. For the post-game show, by talking with our Sport Clips MVP tonight, Mackenzie Duffner. Set 1, a bit of an interesting one. Minot North kind of holds on to the lead for a while. You guys make a run, they make a run. What was the key to making sure your team came out with that 1-0 lead tonight?
Well, we've had like a very tough time of like
we get a very big lead, but then we think that, oh, you know, since we have this huge lead, we can let them come back a little bit, or like we have a few points to spare. And we've been working on it a lot throughout practice, and especially since the Legacy game. And so even just like seeing the sets throughout the day today, you can see how much like we worked on like trying not to let them come back as much and just trying to keep push.
Well, for the next 2 sets, it never happened again. You got your foot on them and kind of just never let them get up tonight against Minot North. Your play was very good today. You go to Gilmore on one side, Bedell over there, and DeShaw, she had a very nice game as well on the near side. Talking about the options, when everybody's clicking, it's got to be pretty fun to be out there in the middle of the court.
Oh yeah, I trust every single person who is playing on the offense right now. And like, even if one person's having an off day, I know I can find them later in the set, and like, I would never give up on someone. And so even if they have like a really bad couple shots, like I'll give them like a little break, I'll find some other people, and then I'll come back to them knowing that they're going to try and find the court because they're not trying to lose for us.
Third set, the quote-unquote injury scare you had there. Kaya comes in. She's about to take your job now. 1 for 1 on assists. Obviously, you're a leader out there training kind of the next up. What do you see there? Do you take advantage of the role you have as the leader of this team?
Yeah, I do, especially when it comes to practices. I try and give her little pointers that happen. And I was really proud of her, you know, especially coming in for your first time. It's really scary coming on for varsity for the first time. And I just wanted to keep her calm and be like, hey, deep breath, like you got the next one. Just like keep pushing, just do what you can.
Well, congratulations on a great game today, Mackenzie, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, our post-game show continues after this on the PSP Network.
Engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Welcome back into the Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads post-game show on the PSP Network. Shots Crossroads is your post-game headquarters. Get filled up on their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads. 3-0 your final score today. Minot High gets the win on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Here's how it happened. Quite frankly, set one was Minot North for the most part. About 11-9, Minot North that had the lead for basically the first half of set number one, and then Minot North went on a crazy 10-0 run. It started with correcting a lot of the attacking errors they had. They played clean volleyball in that case, and also serving. Serving got better as the match went on, especially there in the middle of set number one. Things got cleaned up. Minot North went ahead big, but the set was not over. It was 21-13 Majets. Then the Sentinels stormed back to score 9 of the next 10 points and tie it at 22 apiece. Eventually, though, Minot High would pick up the set win 25-23, but it wasn't an easy start to the match tonight. In set two, those things started to get into cruise control for Minot High today. A 25-18 second set win, and the third as well. Bunched them together. Those were some really nice sets of volleyball for Minot High tonight. I know Coach Gertzen would probably approve as well. We spoke to Mackenzie Duffin, our Sport Clips MVP already, and well, everybody, all her options on the attacking side of things, they were all working today, so makes life a little bit easier for a setter when all that is going. The likes of Gilmore, Bedell, Knutson in the middle early, and Everett DeShaw, especially as this match wore on, giving Minot High the 3-0 victory. You know, what's great about this matchup, and we're seeing it here tonight, is even after a sweep, usually you won't see as many pictures being taken, but these are all friends, very much friends on and off the court. They've probably played on the same volleyball team or sort of the same volleyball team, the same group for years and years, and that's what makes this rivalry so special at times. It's intense when they're playing, but it's back to friendship once the net comes down. But of course, Minot High victorious for a 4th time in 5 tries in this very young rivalry series against the Minot North Sentinels. How about we hand out some awards now? Our Sport Clips MVP, Mackenzie Duffner for Minot High. She had 46 assists against the Sentinels earlier in the season. Tonight's number a little bit shy of that, but I tell you what, she was on it today for Minot High. And even with a couple of kills herself, that's usually in the stat line for Mackenzie on a night of WDA volleyball, and it was today. Tell you what, they hardly missed. When Minot High got into a roll on offense and those attacking errors got cleaned up early in the match tonight, it was hard for Minot North to get in front of many. I'm not sure they had maybe more than 5 blocks tonight. Now, again, that's a wild guess for Minot North, but Minot High's offense was clicking thanks to their leader on the court, Mackenzie Duffner. Teaching up the next generation, Kaya Bergerud had to come in, 1 assist chance, and got the point as well for Minot High when Duffner had to leave for a few points in set number 3. As for our Magic City Home Leisure move of the game, really no doubt about this one. A 10-0 run, hard to do in such a competitive atmosphere like this one was. And for Minot High to go on the 10-0 run, but then give it up. They relinquished it completely. It was 22-22, but to win set 1 was a big part in how the rest of this match played out, because after they won set 1, it was really never in doubt anymore. So obviously the 10-0 run, got to give respect to that. How about this run of 4 aces as well by Everett DeShaw? Maybe this decision wasn't too easy, but I thought it would be. On the Magic City Home Leisure move of the game, it's how Minot High came out with the set 1 win. 10-0 run to take the lead, lost it, and eventually saved it. That's your move of the game tonight, thanks to Magic City Home Leisure. They'd like to remind you that it is time, and always time, to bring a spa to your home. Stop at Magic City Home Leisure on South Broadway. You'll find a massive inventory and next-level sales team that can help you find the perfect spa, sauna, or game for your rec room. It's Magic City Home Leisure. Well, that already almost does it for our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show tonight. We've got more volleyball coming up for you next week on the PSP Network from Minot. 2 games going on at the same time here in the city. Minot North will be at home against BHS, and Minot High will host Williston. Both games available on the PSP Network on Tuesday. These teams will head east starting tomorrow for the Fargo Metro Tournament. Friday and Saturday, a lot of results to follow out there as we cover a whole 5-game slate of high school football. For a great crew putting on today's show tonight on the PSP Network, Chad Olson running the cameras, directing the show. I'm Owen Patterson, repeating your final score for the final time. Minot High, 3 sets to none over Minot North. They go 25-23, 25-18, and 25-21. Hopefully you join us maybe for football on Friday, but for sure volleyball next Tuesday. Hope to see you then, but until then, have a good night, everybody.
Is proudly brought to you by social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden french fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.